Greetings, man. I was cringy, and that's why I did it. I just left the Pine, Silver Pine Forest, World of Warcraft Classic, Season of Discovery. There's the Pine right there. Sepulture, Shadowfang Keep. I'm right here at the entrance. And remember, the idea behind these videos, they're just like a gaming vlog. I'm not necessarily doing anything exciting or entertaining, but I am, honest to God, having some of the most fun I've ever had on YouTube. Making videos that get me like 10 views each. You could think to yourself there's some sarcasm there. But there isn't. I actually really do like doing this. Now, I left off in my last video around this area right here. I haven't played since. Unlike most YouTubers, they'd be like, oh, make sure you go and check that out. I'll have a link that... Yeah, no. Don't go check it out. Because if you do, you're definitely not coming back for this one. You'll be like, I've had enough of this shit. I've seen enough. No thanks. So I'm just going to go see if people need a hand in this area. And then that's pretty much it. He is forsaken. Oh, I love Bill Murray. Love that guy. I mean, he's getting old, but goddamn. He's doing pretty good for his age. So I'm just going to see if there's anything going on here, usually near like the Yeti Cave or something like that. There's also that one in Alterac Mountains that people struggle with sometimes. Or the one where you... Oh, no, that's... Never mind. I almost said or the one where you got to go to South Shore. Duh. Yeah, that's when you're a horde. I ain't doing that one. Because you can't. You know, the one there where you get, as a horde, you get something. And then you got to go to Tar and Mill. Oh my god. Sorry. You get something from Tar and Mill. I'm too excited. Doom. You know, the new Doom game's coming out. The Dark something. The Dark Ages. Whatever. Comes out in like 45 minutes. You get a quest from here if you're a horde. And then you got to come to South Shore near the cemetery. I was all like, oh, I'll see if people need a hand with that. Yeah. Wrong faction. Yeah, so this and like American Truck Simulator. They're really some of the only games that I do this with where I just ramble about absolutely nothing entertaining. And then have fun just playing the game. Whereas other games, when I play them, I usually talk about the game, talk about what's actually happening in the game. This one, yeah, a little bit. But it's not usually exciting. Anyone need a quick hand with a quest while I'm passing through? And if not, I'm trying to think of where I would want to take my adventure to next. Because a lot of this too, don't forget, even for myself, like years later, if for whatever reason I'm not playing the game, it's almost like a weird type of game preservation if the servers ever go down. Because of all the zones that I go through, right? It's going to give me something to look at. You know what? I think I know what I might do. Look at me. I'm all like, I got a plan. I am going to go through this zone right here, Arathi Highlands. And then I'm going to go back. I haven't been there in so long. I'm going to go through the wetlands and see what's happening there. Yeah, so this is kind of like what it is. And I know I repeat myself a lot in some of the things that I say because this could be the first time that you're watching me play World of Warcraft, in which I feel bad for you because it's an acquired taste. But by going through all these different zones and taking my time, it also makes it so that I can then later reminisce, you know what I mean? And just kind of go back through time and be like, oh yeah, I remember this zone, rather than just some people that like go in, they record themselves fighting, and then like 2 seconds later they're somewhere else. I like the whole transition. Even though it's 60 FPS and it doesn't quite feel like it is, sometimes I have to end the game and then bring it back to 1440p. Render scale, yeah, 100%. Vertical sync. NVIDIA allows the game to use various techniques to reduce... Well, I don't usually have any of that shit anyways. Low latency mode. Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. Anti-aliasing, color depths. Ultra high, crank that bitch. Lock it. Compatibility settings, async resource create. I don't know what a lot of this shit means, but you know what? Excuse me. Whatever. I'll just turn off that one thing for now. Because I used to have an issue with World of Warcraft with my latency, but I've already talked about that. It wasn't my computer or my ISP. Sometimes WoW will go through a phase. I'm talking like for up to a couple of months. The worst one was a couple of years where the latency was actually pretty high. And it was really sad because I couldn't play the game properly. I still played it, but it was absolutely horrible. Like even here in my gameplay, sometimes every other second, it feels like it's kind of stuttering. Yay! We found love in a hopeless place.
Excellent.
Python level 26. 31. Yeah, she's probably going to South Shore or something like that. You know what I should do is pause it. Let me reboot the game really quick. I actually didn't reboot the game. I actually tried triple buffering of frames. When you turn it off, it's double instead of triple. I usually do triple. I always crank everything up, but sometimes just because you have a good computer doesn't mean you need all those settings completely cranked. Like I even have ray traced shadows on high, and let's be real, the ray tracing in this game is not that great compared to some other games, right? What was that thing I do? Alt? Oh, there. That way I can just repeat the message that I said in each zone. Because like I said, throughout history, especially with Classic, all the way up until the end of Wrath of the Lich King, there could be quite a few times where I could have easily needed just like a 30-second to 2-minute help from someone. And it would have completely changed everything. It would have made the game so much easier. Not that I'm always looking for a free handout, but I'm just saying it is nice once in a while when you're legitimately stuck on a quest to get that helping hand. In case you did not know, you can get... But because sometimes people don't know, right? I can't assume they just know everything. I forget. I did it so long ago. Normally I remember all those, you know, important details. Yeah, for sure. You know what? Let me ask ChatGPT for a second. Level 40 minute. Classic season discovery. I just don't remember. I could easily. The training 40 and 10. It's 50 gold total. There. I like doing stuff like that when I can help. Makes me feel good because it can really, really make a huge difference, especially in this game. Oh yeah, I'll say, let me know if it somehow ends up being more. I used Chat GPT. It's not always accurate. Now there's quite a few people here. So nobody needs anything here. Well, I mean, they needed their amount. I want people at level 40 to have their amount. I am getting distracted. I'm taking the wrong path here. My goodness. Hey, I've got one of them. A dwarf hunter. Yes. I don't want to keep pestering them. Will this be the first time you get a mount in WoW? Yeah, this community too, like I said, just the game in general. Doesn't matter if it's retail, but I do find if it's classic or Season of Discovery, it can have a little bit of a different type of crowd. Sometimes, usually a bit of an older crowd, not always. It's just a little bit different.
Thank you.
I just love how active this is. Can't ride for 2 minutes. Anyone need a quick hand? Whoops. Doesn't look like anybody needs a hand here. I mean, it happens, but at least I get to... Did you buy all your... Oops. The vendor sells them all for 1 copper each. Yeah, it's just so much fun. Yeah, I'll have to do some more zones in general. I kind of feel like going through the Barrens, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. And then that'll tie me up to play some Doom. That should be a lot of fun. I'll cover like the difficulty settings and all the extra accessibility features that they've added to the game that they've never done for any of the other prior Doom games or Quake or whatever. Oof, they've seen better days. I was just saying, the best version of Classic, in my opinion. Just wished they had kept 1 to 2 servers for Classic, BC, and Classic Wrath of the Lich King, which they did not do. I just get cheap 58 dungeon gear. Grimblood. Used to have some RP events here when I was on Emerald Dream with the Kingship of the East. Arguably the best guild I've ever been in. What an absolute goddamn blast that was some near 20 years ago. Just unbelievable. Literally feels like a lifetime ago. Well, it's not too far off from the truth. It was half a lifetime ago. Yeah. Absolutely wild. Holy macaroni and cheese with the bacon bits. You know, this part's boring. Not that this part has been overly exciting. This part, I will pause and I'll be right back. Well, that didn't take long. Theramore Isle. I'm telling you, this brings back memories. Because if you do this on retail, like I've said 1,000 times, you're just not going to You're just not going to experience this. Let me do that. Yeah, I'll rebuff them even though I've already done it. "20 more minutes till doom." All right. Let's see if we can do it. Anyone need a quick hand with a quest while I'm passing through? I love my druid so much, being the whole balance thing, and then feral, not having to worry about having to have the absolute top gear. So again, just in case you're wondering where this is now, when I took the boat from where I was. Okay. I am so tired. Anyhow, I'm here now. That's the point. I almost forgot where I was before. I was like, I was somewhere. I was in the, my goodness, the wetlands. And now I am over here. Right here in Dustwallow Marsh. Yeah, right here. My goodness. So this is where I was, the dock right there. Then we came over. Now we're over here. So I'll pass on through here, make my way to the Barrens, then I'll end the video. Like I said, not much ended up happening here. Then again, I'll be honest, most times not much ends up happening, period. You meet a couple of people, you help someone out, you roam around. I always leave with that saying that I say in every one of my videos, or at least I say more often than not, is that just like you can get in your car, go for a drive, same neighborhood, same streets. Or you could just go for a walk like I do multiple times a day, and it's always the same shit, the same streets, the same everything. This is essentially how I'm treating this. It's like literally getting on your mount and just picking a random road and going at it. That's really what it is. It's always the same crap, but you won't always run into the same people. And there's a lot of ground to cover. There's a lot more ground to cover here, even though you're repeating all the same paths. I was going to say the same streets. Right? I mean, I know where I'm going, but I wanted to make sure. Yeah, see, there was a bit of a, kind of like almost a stutter there. But it wasn't an actual stutter because my frames aren't actually dropping. That happens very rarely. Like I said, usually I just have to reboot my computer because it's been on all day. I was testing some stuff out. So even with a fairly high-end computer that's really recent, that'll still happen for me in a game like World of Warcraft. So if like I said, if I'm playing around with my computer, recording, just have it left on for 13, 14, 15 hours, oh yeah, it'll absolutely do this stuff. So once I get to the Barrens, what I'm going to end up doing is I'll end the video because nobody's going to need my hand in the Barrens. Oh, wow. I don't know why I'm all like, ooh, like I've never seen that before. That's what the game does to me. And then, you know, that thing where you can grab all these quests on the ground, the Shady Rest Inn. Well, I mean, that's right. It is getting nighttime. So the sun's slowly going down. Again, something else I may have repeated multiple times over the course of my life. In World of Warcraft, there used to be no day and night cycle. there used to be no weather. Like just things like that they've added over time. Many years ago, but I'm just saying. Yeah, so now we're over here at the bottom, right? This 1,000 Needles. This is the Baron's Mulgore where the Torrens start. And then, I almost said Elwyn Forest. Jesus Christ. Ashenvale. Stone Talon Mountain. I might go into Stone Talon Mountain. You know, that might be the next video. Where I go through the Barrens. I go all the way up. And then I'll go into Stone Talon Mountains. Because that place is just, I don't know, it has a vibe to it. And then I might go through the cave. End up in Ashenvale. Whatever. Just have some fun. Like I said, I'm going to get ready now. 15 minutes until Doom comes out. And I can finally play it. So, thumbs up as always if you liked the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm. And trying to make me more relevant in search results. And if not, well, go ahead. Give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half. I'll twist it. I'll break this thing off right where the sun don't shine. I wouldn't test it. And if you want to subscribe, naturally, that'd be great. But if not, whatever. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.